I see a hairy mushroom. I'm scared to press play. Do I have to press play?
Kind of like Torbeck's big hairy mushroom.
Oi! Why did I know? Why is he a red cat? Why does that make sense? No. He's on Madam Well. Go with the bellhop idea. Just go with the bellhop idea. What? What are you doing? Why is his neck like that? I'm so but what? I'm so broken. Oh! I had to double take that. This cannot be canon. What the hell? What the hell? No! Let go. I'm playing Tourette's.
Scheme's canceled, alright? Good luck, children.
Don't do that, no. Stay, children.
Some of them walk out into the forest and just disappear.
Look, you lost like 3 or 4 of the children.
No, that was at least 47 of them.
Oh, I was picturing a dozen in my head. You're picturing much more children than I am, Gideon.
Well, there were 25. There are probably like 21 now.
Those kids are gonna get ripped apart in the Feywild.
Oh, they're singing. They're singing, children. They're saying, happy birthday, happy birthday.
One of the kids is like, a birthday, and runs into the woods. Now we're at 20. We're at 20. Why did you say that? No one else go into the woods. Stop going into the woods.
What else are we supposed to do?
I don't know what to do with these 20 orphan children, but we can't send them into the woods. It's clear that they're being murdered. They're singing birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh.
Hey guys, a thought occurred to you.
Those poor 47 to 6 children. They'll never be heard from again. What is wrong? Oh my god. Why is he a hairy mushroom? I'm scared to press play. Do I have to press play? Hi, you can...
Torbeck.
What is that, Torbeck?
Torbeck's a big hairy mushroom. Kind of like Torbeck's big hairy mushroom.
Oi! Why did I know?
I think I understand your meaning. But could you try rephrasing?
It's kind of bit of mixed company. Torbeck isn't very comfortable talking about Torbeck's penis. Oops.
Oops. Why is he a red cat? Why does that make sense?
Oops, you did it again. You mentioned your junk.
If it were up to y'all, how would
You mentioned your junk. What the hell?
we get to it?
We would dress ourselves as bellhop.
Ziggy, that has to be the single greatest idea I have ever heard.
There's no bad idea, all right? Okay. There are just some that are better than others.
Maybe we should make
Why bellhops? Why are they called bellhops? Do they hop? I understand that maybe the bell is like when you ring the bell, they come, but like, why are they called bellhops? Is it because they're supposed to hop into action at the sound of a bell? Oh, did I just find it out? Am I amazing?
Make a tier list.
I'm writing it down. I got my notepad up right here.
Notepad.
Oh my god, I could say he got me pregnant.
That's almost it. I mean, can we combine that with the bellhop thing?
No! Just go with the bellhop idea. Just go with the bellhop idea. Just go with the bellhop idea.
Pregnant bellhop.
What do they?
Pregnant bellhop. No. Oh dear.
And Monsieur, Mademoiselle?
Monsieur, Mademoiselle.
Oh no, I'm not fully covered.
Oh no.
Indecency, don't
Indecency.
tell no one.
I wasn't gonna say anything anyway, but now that you mention it, how about a little exchange?
She's very confused and I'm very confused. What does he mean by exchange? Does he want to barter with her? I'm very confused at this. We need more context!
Okay. I guess.
She starts to walk towards you.
I just want to spice up your first day.
Alright, I guess. I've always wanted to try it.
She gets down on her knees.
Why? Why?
Oh, well, no, we gotta go. Get dressed, and then we're gonna go watch a combat to the death.
Oh.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Herbert.
So sorry for that guy.
Wait, is she on a date with someone else? What are you doing? I'm so confused. All I know is poor Herbert.
Mr. Chardonnay?
Yes, little.
How is his neck that long? Why is his neck like that?
If you can get my little baggie of healing cream, I can help you with them Polaroids.
Aren't Polaroids pictures?
What? Oh my god.
Well, officially, but as per the law dictates, they have to turn over your possession to me as a part of discovery.
All right, well, just once or twice a day, all right?
What? Once or twice a day? What?
For your Polaroids.
Hi.
Hey, man, Samurai! I'm so broken. He mean the hemorrhoid. Why? I'm so broken.
That's very funny.
That is very funny.
Someone could pretend to fall in love with him. It's worked once, it can work.
I'm still. Give me a second. The Polaroid hemorrhoid thing is. Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Why? Oh, that's so funny. But why? Why are we falling in love with someone?
No, absolutely fucking not.
Pixel, you're a fucking genius. Seduce him and then ruin him. If we're lucky, he'll just off himself.
Oh! Let's not.
All you have to do is walk in with a low-cut shirt pike, and then he'll be all over you.
No, stop. The slash shipper.
Slash shippers. Did they do this live? Do they is this Critical Role? Because if there's a chat, that entire chat's screaming, Pike slash this person slash this person. This cannot be canon.
Stop it. This cannot be canon.
So what are our options then?
I think the seduction thing.
Then why don't you
I think the seduction.
go in there and seduce him, Ziggy? Step right up.
Ziggy getting them eyebrows in shape.
But I'm not single, so it can't be me.
What?
I would, but I'm not single, so it can't be me.
What?
What? We are learning
I had to double take that.
a lot about each other this session.
Let's go blackmail, Ray.
Let's go back.
I want to hear about who are you dating?
Yeah, what's her name?
It's Silica, my AI helper. She's lost a lot of her personality since my rig was destroyed, but she's basically the same.
Oh my god, she's been lobotomized.
She's been lobotomized. Alrighty then.
Where's Hank?
He's right here, and he's just on the ground, just like
Oh,
laying up.
enjoying the digibone. Yeah, Hank is right there.
Don't feed him that.
Can I give him
He
one
wants it.
bacon?
He wants it. I know he can eat. I just, prefer to feed him oil and lubricants and
Is that
sprockets
where
and
that
stuff.
If she says 600-pound tub of lube, I'm gonna scream.
600-pound tub of lube came from?
What the? Why? Why? What's hilarious is I'm sure I haven't seen this one yet. Why? Why?
In the bag?
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Why is he? Why? Why is he not looking at them straight when he says that? Why did he look down? Why? Please tell me the lube's for the robot. Why? Why?
600. I'll have to check the manifest. I don't remember.
Don't look at me, right?
Don't look at me. Why?
I don't remember placing an order for quite that much.
Derek.
Oh, I got it on jungle.com.
Jungle.com! Is that a real site? I'm kind of curious. I'm not looking up.
Ziggy, I'm sorry about your stupid electronic monster card or whatever happened.
This does not sound like an apology! Why am
It's
I
a real
laughing?
loss, but
I've already
it's
walked
only...
away.
I'm looking down. I'm still talking to myself.
It's only a thing, you know? What you're going through is so much harder. And if you really want to, I'll give you my copy of Playing the Game.
We're all gone.
It's a book about women and how to get over it. And I want you to have this, Pike. I want you to have it. The subtitle is How to Manipulate Emotionally Available Women and Temporarily Satisfy Your Unresolved Feelings About Your Mother. The foreword is by Rex Maxim. I think it's really...
What the hell? What the hell?
I think you're really gonna like it. The card is just a card, but the wisdom in here, that can get you through. Guys?
Why? Now it's killing me. Guys! Tell me just now noticed.
How many of the deviled eggs do you eat, Peggy?
Oh, like 7.
Can you make constant savory tofu?
4.
Drugs hit you.
Is it bad that I kind of want these deviled eggs?
And it is really good.
Oh,
It
look
is
at
really
that.
good.
Look at all those little mice in the carpet.
What are you
That's
talking
cute.
about?
Are they
What
your
mice in
family?
the carpet? Excuse me, what mice in the carpet are you talking about?
Wait, did he pretend that she was... Why? He pretended she went under drugs and he went Scooby-Doo.
Hello, everybody. Mine.
That's pretty funny. All right. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, sure, we can watch it.
Name is Simon.
I'm gonna try to react to it, but like for art explanations, it's like really hard for me to. Like I said, I'm not as knowledgeable as I once was about art and stuff. So, as long as she does not do a Camilla. Huh? Who's a Camilla?
Or Shoocharu or Shoocharu, however the heck you pronounce that. And I come to you today to give a little insight about how I actually make these Legend of Avantris shorts. You see, every single time I leave my private home in Little Denmark, I am bombarded, accosted by Avantris fans, and they just demand to know, how in the world do I make them? And well, I'm about to tell you, so stick around for that. So, allow me to take you back to the very beginning of my process. See, the very first thing that happens is I wake up screaming.
Camilla's the gremlin girl. I like her. Well, like, what all I've seen about her. She's another person I feel like I would get along with a lot.
Okay, maybe we could just skip past that bit. So the next thing that happens is I actually receive a massive email from Mikey. You know who that is. Just like a big email.
He sends him a lot of like different parts or something, I guess. Hi, peace. How you doing? No, I'm beautiful. Flattery gets you nowhere. I'm a material dragon.
Where he sends like 50, 100 live action shorts, and he writes.
Oh, so he just sends you tons of different like funny parts, and then he notes, like, gives you a kind of idea of what's important to the some extra info for that scene or something, or like to get you a good idea about the scene. Okay, I like that. That's actually pretty good. That's a good, like...
A little description beneath each of them, you know, gives me the context, because I don't know anything about D&D, to be completely honest with you. A lot of times I have no idea what they're talking about, which I think sort of adds to the humor, I hope, maybe. And, you know, sometimes I just go through them, you know, chronologically, in order, and sometimes I pick one out of random. And that's what happened today, so the short I am going to be working on today is... Drumroll, please. This one.
I'm thirsty.
I'm gonna step through the bars, go get a drink, and then come back inside through the bars.
Bitsy has scooped up some filthy toilet wine.
And it's not through the bars at all.
No.
It's called sangria.
No!
That's foul. What? Where did you find this?
What? This one? I was like, wait a minute, I remembered this.
This is...
In the cell over there.
I feel like anything that tries to fuse with me would just make me stronger. I would absorb it. Like, the fusion wouldn't happen. I would just completely dominate. Fusion requires equilibrium and self. Does that one work? But why? Why the sangria? What is wrong with you? I don't understand.
It's red, but there's definitely some scrubbing bubbles and lemon pledge and other unmentionables.
There's a little blue puck in mine.
There's a little blue puck in mine.
All right, what a gas. Okay, so how in the world do I change that into an animation? What do I decide to leave in, leave out? How do I decide what the characters look like when they say the funny things, and all the little gags that go along with that? Let's find out. So as you can see here, I have recorded my animation software, and the first thing that happens is I import the audio from the short into the timeline. The software, by the way, is Adobe Flash CS5, which is an old version of Adobe Animate, which is like the current one. But I've used this version for, over a decade now, so I know, the ins and outs and all the weaknesses and all the greatnesses. The whole idea behind this project is speed and efficiency. Having to make 2 of these a week, I sort of need to be able to make them quick. So by making them in a software I am well familiar with, really helps. The next thing I do is I simply listen through the audio a couple of times and see on the timeline how long each beat of the audio actually is. And then what I do is I go through, as you can see here, and I sort of mark down the cuts between each shots. And I just like to do this because I like to see how long each shot actually is and how many shots there are for me to work on. Usually I would like there to be fewer shots rather than a lot of quick ones. You'll see that sometimes in the previous ones where if we have the camera on a character and then another character says something, rather than having a entirely new shot where you focus on the new character, I'll just have that character pop in from the side, which I also think adds a fun visual to the whole thing, just having this character pop in from the side like that. So the next bit is I just start animating, and
I wish I could draw that well. Especially the computer. That was a almost perfect circle in the computer.
If you are an animator yourself, or a visual artist, or you just have an idea of how this works, you might be screaming at me right now and punching your knee because, hey Simon, where are the storyboards? Where's the sketches, man? And I might come off sounding a bit insane for this, but I don't do.
I've met a lot of people that don't even do storyboards. Some people are just built like that. Some people just know exactly what they want and how they want to go about it. And the concept of storyboards just slows them down. Do I understand how they do it? No. Then again, I also kind of can't do storyboards because storyboards confuse me. Like, my ADHD brain can't wrap that around, like, in my brain. Because I get so caught up on the storyboard that I feel like I must do the story. Why am I doing this? Kind of thing.
Storyboards? At least not for these little shorts here. Obviously, with my big music videos, I do a lot of storyboards, of course. I think actually for the first Avantris short I did a year ago, I actually made a storyboard, which you can see here. That was just sort of like a proof of concept, so I could actually show Mikey the ideas I had. If I made a full thing and he didn't like it at all, that would have been a waste of time. But now, obviously, I know what he wants and he knows what I'm capable of, so I just go right ahead and just animate, just like that. Occasionally, he'll have a note or something that needs to be changed, which I will then, of course, just do that in a jiffy. That could be anything from what the character is wearing, or the location, or, a joke that might be too crude for YouTube. A lot of those. The most extreme one that I remember off the top of my head was actually in this Witchlight short, where they were referencing Greco's teenage daughter, and I didn't recall ever seeing a design for his teenage daughter, so I just made up one. And then Mikey let me know afterwards that no, his teenage daughter is actually the big owl bear. So obviously I should have put 2 and 2 together and just figured that out of my own. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know? Now here is the bit.
I mean, fair.
Where I do the quote-unquote lip sync. As you can see here, it's literally just making these 2 poses, the one with the mouth closed and the one with the mouth open, and then I just sort of go back and forth and time that to the audio, which you can see.
That's actually really genius. That have the mouth kind of open as they talk, kind of. Like, he's basically doing a reverse what VTube Studios does, and that's crazy.
Here.
I'm thirsty. I'm gonna step through the. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna step. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna step.
Oh, and by the way, I have to listen to this audio over and over and over again.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Hi, Kilobyte.
Again, a lot.
He's very
the
talented.
Next thing you can see here is I make a very quick background just to sort of have that set for the rest of the short so I know what's actually going on. You'll see usually I have very like simple, abstract, colorful backgrounds for the shorts where the location isn't really important or implied necessarily. But for these ones where they're in a prison cell and obviously they mention the prison bars and the toilets and all that, it's rather important for me to show the audience where they're actually located. The next thing that happens here is actually something that very, very rarely happens, but I thought it would be interesting to show you anyway. So I'm working on the gag here where Bitsy goes through the bars of the prison. And I thought of, obviously, I think what Derek meant was that she just like sort of squeezes through, which I'm trying to animate here. And you actually see that I end up completely finishing that animation, coloring it and everything. And then as I go through it, you'll see that I'm actually not very happy with it.
I don't lie!
Like I said, this is something that very rarely happens. Usually I have the whole animation sketched out in my head before I start drawing anything. But occasionally I'll see that a thing isn't really working and then I'll change the whole thing. So here I'm instead going for a sort of Terminator 2-esque.
To be fair, this is a lot funnier.
Going through the bars sort of gag, which I think works way better for Bitsy's, how should we say, extreme way of behaving. Another thing you might notice is the fact that I have a little copy of Bitsy up in the corner there, which is just so I can grab the colors very quickly instead of having to go back to the previous shot where she was present. And what you'll see here is I am actually coloring Booker and Pecky from memory. I'll just pick like the greens and the purples and the raccoon colors from memory. What I did in the beginning when I just started drawing these characters is I would have like these character designs out to the side so I could pick the exact same colors every single time, just because I couldn't quite remember what sort of colors they actually had. But obviously the more I draw them, the more accustomed I become to their designs and how they look and what colors they actually have. Plus I think it gives each short its own sort of personality, that each short has its own very, very finely unique sort of color palette, instead of every single one of them just having the exact same colors each and every time. As far as I know, one of the things that people always take away from my cartoons is the faces, of course. Like the face I'm drawing here for Booker spitting out the toilet water. What exactly goes through my head as I draw this? I wish I could like just tell you literally what goes through my head when I draw stuff like this, but I'm honestly not quite sure. Obviously with
that's a very like funny face to use too. It's like it's like he's really trying to get it out of his body.
Animation, I listen to the sound that he actually makes as he's spitting, and I try my damnedest to just have that face be like a one-to-one relation with the sound. So when you hear the sound and you see the face, it just clicks immediately in your head. I guess if I had to go in and give sort of tips to other artists, I will say try and just stretch the proportions of the face as much as you possibly can until it just doesn't work anymore. Because even when it doesn't work, it can still sort of come across as a face. I think in animation it's easier because you have that sort of transition from the normal face to the crazy face, which obviously helps with the understanding of what the face actually is. So here I have, you know, two sort of normal faces and then the crazy face in between the normal faces. So it's easier to comprehend that way. Speaking of faces, obviously we have the crazy ghost story Bitsy face here, which I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I think I obviously like making really gross, detailed, weird faces, and a character like Bitsy. I mean, you gotta do that. I mean, she's such a good character to just have morph into these sort of weird, grotesque facial structures like this. I mean, goddamn, look at that. Now here's a rarity. Usually Peggy is sort of more composed and cool in my shorts. But here I have a rare moment of making her freak out because, of course, the voice is matching that. So it's always fun when the sort of more calm and collected characters like Frosty and those sort of freak out every now and then. Another thing I might mention, though this might only make total sense to other animators, when you have a freak out like this where she's completely, like, she's practically screaming, it can actually add to the humor if you have less frames of animation. Like here I just have the scream open mouth and the closed mouth and nothing really in between. Obviously more in between frames would make it a smoother and arguably a more pretty animation, but the lack of frames and the snappiness of the movement just adds to the humor, which in this case to me is more important. And right now it looks like we're coming into a close. I finished off on the last shot, which doesn't always happen, but it's nice when it does. Sort of a satisfying moment to have for me as an animator. Usually with these shorts is I like to sort of, if I can, have them end on like a shocking little quick joke thing. Something that makes the viewer go, huh, what the fuck was that? And so they hopefully rewind or they watch the whole thing again or something like that. I like to end on like a little shocking thing, like Bitsy eating a poop puck. That's great. And well, there you have it, kids. Wasn't that a load of fun? I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you maybe learned.
That was very good.
Maybe.
I like
If you have
that.
any questions of any kind, please feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to not reply to any of them, but
I try to reply to as many comments as I can. Sometimes I'll reply to you like a week later, but I do tend to go back multiple times to look through all my comments.
But I will certainly read some of them. I can guarantee that. Finally, I would just like to say thank you to all of you for watching the many, many shorts and just for the great joy and support you have given me and the team over the year. Obviously, a huge thanks to Mikey and the rest of the Avantris team for just giving me like a 99% creative freedom to just contort and destroy their characters the way I've done. You know, when I look back at the first...
I think an artist should always have a vast amount of creative freedom.
shows I did, I'm kind of shocked how detailed the character designs were, and then when you look at the most recent ones, they all just look like blobs. I suspect in like a few years they'll probably just look like this, which, you know, it'll be a gradual process, but it's gonna look really weird, I think. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.
He's joking.
And, sleep tight, everybody. Take it easy.
Sorry. But yeah, that was pretty good. That was Avantris.